A warm welcome to everyone. So, this workshop is on the topic of very important topics, that is security. So before I start further, I hope everyone is able to hear my voice clearly and everyone is able to see my screen. Can someone please raise a hand just to ensure that everyone is able to hear me clearly and everyone. Okay, perfect. Perfect, guys. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. So, whenever you go for any interview, guys, in any technology, either in Java world or in .NET world or in Python or data science, any world you go, right? The deciding factor for getting a job is a face-to-face interview. In the face-to-face interview also, one of the confusing as well as problem facing related area, which is security. For example, if 10 people are available in the last round, if there is a 1 or 2 position is there, right? So definitely the security topic is going to play a major role, isn't it? Security topic is going to play a major role. Who confidently takes these security questions, who can attempt them clearly, they will crack the interview. This is sure, this is for truth, right? The people who attending interviews, who are going to attend interviews, who already attend interviews, have this idea, okay? Right. So that is why this 2 hours of workshop is very important for everyone's career. Especially we are Java guys. That's fine. In Java, we are going to have security implementation, right? Yeah. Okay. Before I start further, so let me introduce myself, guys. My name is Vijay Kumar. I'm currently working as an architect, overall having 18 years of experience. I am working with Ashok IT in the morning and evening sessions. Currently, I am with Ashok IT on the topics of Spring Boot and Microservices, Design Patterns course, Angular, and React. These are the courses which I am currently teaching, and I'm working with Ashok IT. Okay, this is a small introduction from my side, and we are going to, without wasting the time, we are going to start the session, guys. Okay, so guys, to have a effective session, guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take any of the questions if you have. Okay, so every question is valuable and every suggestion is valuable for us. At a regular interval, instead of taking a separate time zone, regular interval, in the meanwhile, I will take all the questions. So requesting everyone, anything you have in your mind, please put the question in the chat window. Definitely, whenever we'll get an opportunity in the 2 hours, I will take all those things and we will try to answer our level best. Okay? Anything in your mind, you can put down on the chat window, that Zoom chat window. I will take it up at appropriate time. Okay? Right. So, we are going to start the session. So, security implementation in Spring Boot. This is the topic. Security implementation in Spring Boot. After the completion of this workshop, guys, definitely in interview, out of, if at all, if 10 questions are asked in interview, minimum you will answer 4 to 5, guys. Minimum, after attending these 2 hours of session, you will answer minimum at least 3 to 4 or 4 to 5. So that sort of confidence I will add you to this particular class. Okay? Right. So requesting everyone, kindly, please take a seriousness on this particular workshop, and definitely this workshop will add you a value addition to your current skill set. Okay. Right. The prerequisite is you should have a basic idea on Spring Boot. Okay, because we are implementing security, right? You should have a basic idea on Spring Boot. Even though you don't have a basic idea, that's fine. You may not understand 100%, but at least 70% you will understand. Okay. So I'm requesting everyone, because I wrote a small project. On the project, I'm implementing security, right? So basic prerequisite is to have a basic knowledge on Spring Boot. I'm recommending, even though you don't have a knowledge, but I'll make sure that you will understand 70 to 80% you will understand, guys. Okay. Right. So this is what I'm going to start with that. Okay. And this entire session is completely a hands-on with a real-time oriented with a code session. It's not theory completely, which is code as well as implementation. Definitely it's a good, interesting, and everyone will definitely going to be have a good interest on this particular topic. Okay. Right. Now, what is a security, guys? The first keyword. What is a security? This is a important keyword, guys. Okay. Everything, in every area you go, security is very, very important. Not only in IT world, in every area. For example, in a gated community, I'm staying. There also we need security, right? Am I right, guys? If I'm going to a software office, there also we need security, right? Today, in all parts of our life, not only in IT, not only in technical part, in any way, we need a security. Security is a very, very, very important area in our day-to-day life, right? So, what exactly the meaning of a security? That is what I'm going to focus. Okay. Security, it's a design. It's a design in providing authorized access to our application by implementing authentication and authorization. By implementing authentication, sir, I am not going to any bookish definitions. I am not going to any of the technical definitions, and no one will like also in the interviews. How you need to answer any topic means whatever you know in a common words, in a normal common words, you can explain that. The common words, definitely you need to get it with your real-time implementation. Then only interviewer going to impress on your side. Okay. It's a design in providing authorized access to our application by implementing authentication and authorization. Means, what exactly that means here? Only it prevents unauthorized access. What is that actually? Only valid hits or valid sessions or valid customers can only access our application. Correct, right? So, authorized access means I am able to access that application. Do I have a right access? That is authorized access. It's a design, guys. Security is a design in providing authorized access to our application. Security is our design in providing authorized access to our application by implementing authentication and authorization. For example, in a gated community, Now I am entering, sir. What security guy will do? He will do the same, right? He will ask me, hey, why you came to this community? Hey, I want to meet my friend is there in 202. I want to meet. Okay. What he'll do? He will check whether Mr. Vijay came to, he will give a intercom 202 flat and he will intimate the owner, hey, Mr. Vijay came to see you. Can I allow him or not? Definitely the owner is going to tell you, yeah, allow him. And security, what he'll do? He will check, hey, Mr. Vijay, can you show me your ID proof? Just like whether you are really Vijay or not. He will validate whether I'm a really Vijay or not. He'll see my ID proof. After that, he'll check the owner. Can I allow him to your flat? So then I will be allowed. That is one type of the things here, guys. That is one type of authentication, guys. Okay. By default, what I'm going to do is, in this case, for example, I'm going to an interview in a software company. I'm going to interview. Okay. I'll go and meet receptionist, right? I'll go and meet receptionist, right? Or something like, right? So he'll call HR. Hey, some Vijay came for interview for this particular panel. Okay. At this particular slot. So what HR will tell you, just allow him, right? So interviewer is going to, HR is going, the security guy will verify, is it a proper, by validating the interview call letter, as well as he will validate whether is a really Vijay or not, he will going to validate, then he is going to provide that. So this is a common scenario, right, guys? So what is authentication? What is authorization in this example, guys? What is authentication? What is authorization in our example? Authentication is verifying my ID proof, whether I'm a really Vijay or not. That is authentication, right, guys? What is authorization? Checking the HR or checking the flat owner, whether can I allow him into the campus? Can I allow him into the interview? That is authorization. Correct, right? Will you agree to me that? Okay. So security guy will implement authentication and authorization. That is my logic. Authentication as well as authorization. That is my logic here. Okay. With that logic, what he is achieving? He is making sure that only authenticated, only authorized access is providing. So authentication means just like verifying my identity. Authorization is verifying my level of access. Can I allow or not? So that is the normal meaning of in our day-to-day life here. Okay. In the similar way to our web application. Okay. So our web application, if we consider with our web application, authentication, verifying our identity, guys, right? Verifying our identity. Am I right? That is verification of user ID and password. Can everyone will agree with me, right, guys? Authentication means verification of user ID and password. That is authentication, right? After that, authorization. That is, what is authorization? Verifying access levels. Verifying access levels here. So, for example, I have a web application. Correct, right? Best example is Gmail. Everyone knows, right? Gmail. Does Gmail is a secure application or not? Yes, it's a secure application, right? Whenever I type mail.google.com, Am I right, guys? Whenever I type mail.google.com, right? It is not showing my emails. What it does here? It will prompt a login page. Am I right, guys? First time on your laptop, when you type mail.google.com, it will prompt a login page. Okay? On login page, it will ask your user ID and password. Am I right, guys? It is not blindly showing emails. That means Gmail or Google email is a secure application. So what is authentication here? I will enter my user ID and my password first. Correct, right? And Google server will verify whatever the username, whatever the password I entered, is it correct or not? That is authentication. What is authorization in that case? What is now authentication is verifying the user ID and password. That's fine. Now in the Gmail, what is authorization? Only showing Vijay emails only. Other emails, they will not show you all. For example, I have two users, Vijay user 1, Vijay user 2. If I log in with Vijay user 1, then only emails related to Vijay user 1 will be displayed. If I log in with Vijay user, I cannot see others' emails. I can only see Vijay's emails. Am I right, guys? That is access level. Everyone is clear, right? So a security meaning it is going to, it's a design. How you implement it? It's a design in providing authorized access only. It should have a valid username and valid password and valid access level. Then only that application is going to have security. For example, I want to log into banking website. HDFC Bank, I have an account. I want to log into HDFC Bank. Correct, right? For that, what I am going to do here? Bank will give me username and password, right? And I log in. That is authentication. And it will display my page. Whatever the balance in my account, that details only it will display. I'm not going to get Ambani's account to me. I'm not going to get other account to me. Only HDFC Bank will show the related account details of my username. That is access level. So this is a simple sample, easy definition. First question, what is the security mean? Security is a design in implementing authentication as well as authorization. Now everyone got basic idea, guys. What is a security? What is authentication? And what is authorization? Right, sir? Everyone got a good clarity, right? Right. Now, what I am going to present in this workshop? At what time? Agenda. Now you got an idea about security, right, guys? Everyone got a clear idea? What is the meaning of security? Isn't it? Now, what I am going to present in this workshop, right? Agenda for this workshop, guys. Agenda for this work, what I'm going to represent, what I'm going to teach, what you are going to learn as part of this workshop. So first one is basic security implementation. Code wise, everything is hands-on. Basic security implementation, which will see 15 to 20 minutes. This is a topic I'm going to teach you, basic security implementation. After that, custom security implementation, basic security, as well as custom security that I'll going to teach 5 minutes. in-memory security. 20 minutes. Dynamic security with database that I am going to teach 40 minutes. So this is what finally, in the meanwhile, Q&A. Any questions any questions and everything. In the meanwhile, other buffer time. So this is what I'm going to cover. Okay, this is what I'm going to cover, guys, here. Okay, the agenda is basic security implementation, custom security implementation, in-memory security, dynamic security with the database, and finally, I'm having a Q&A here. Okay, now, guys, I've created a sample application, guys, here. Okay, I've created a sample application without any security, guys. There is no security on this application, right? Okay, what is this application? Is ticket booking application. Whenever you go for Abibus, right, or some kind of ticket booking apps, right? Similar to that, but it's not that much extensive. A sample code on a ticket booking application. It's a Spring Boot application. It is created using data JPA module, MySQL connectivity, and web application, starter web. So I created a web application. The functionality of web application is we can book a ticket, we can update a ticket, we can delete a ticket, we can retrieve a ticket, we can retrieve all the tickets here. Okay, so I have a sample application, ticket booking application. This is what I have already, sir. Okay, which is developed using Spring Boot. It is implemented using JPA, data JPA, Java Persistence API. Java Persistence API plus starter web. That is all configuration related to web application. Web app configuration. After that, database, MySQL database connectivity. Database connectivity. So this is what I have, guys. So I'm not going to go in depth on that particular project here because we are not interested. We are not interested to the topic. What is our interest here? I want to implement the security. Okay. So here I have this API. I'm running this code. Sir, even though you don't have an idea on Spring Boot, no issues at all. No need to worry also. Okay. My application is good. Right. Now I'll open a Postman to test our REST API, right? We need to test it, right, guys? So I'm performing a get call, tickets / all, because I wrote application, right? That's why I know which URL and what. Okay. So it is having a get call. This is the URL for get call. It is all tickets. I mean, response is it provides all ticket data. Right. One more API, tickets / one. It retrieves the individual ticket data. Here, ticket ID 1, something like that. Okay. tickets slash create. We can create a ticket. So these are the things, guys, we'll see afterwards. But these are the small APIs, guys, here. Okay. Now, whenever I hit it, so you're able to see that, right, guys? A sample data. You're able to see that, right? A sample data. I'm able to hit it. Ticket slash all. So this is the data I'm getting, guys. Ticket ID 52. Passenger name Ramu. Source station Hyderabad. Destination station Goa. Email ramu@gmail.com. So all. Sir, do I have only one ticket? Yes, I have only one ticket. Because I only have one ticket. Now I'm creating couple of tickets, guys. Okay. I'm going to create couple of tickets here. Yeah, I'm going to create a couple of tickets here. I'll take this JSON and I'll make ticket slash create. I have a post in the body, raw data, ticket slash create. Ticket ID will be generated by the system. You know it. Ashok, Delhi, Bangalore. ashok@gmail.com. This is the next ticket I want to create. Okay. Sir, all these things, just like I'm setting up my application, guys, because I want to implement security, right? I want to just setting up my application. Now I'm creating one more ticket here. Ticket slash create same. Yep. You saw that next ticket is getting created. 52 is Ramu. 53 is Ashok. Right? One more ticket I am giving. Ananya, Kerala, Goa, Kerala to Kochi, Ananya@gmail. Right? So 3 tickets I've created. Now 4th ticket, Ritvik, Amaravati to Hyderabad, Ritvik@gmail.com. So I was able to create 4 tickets, 52, 53, 54, 55. Okay. Now you'll see, guys, all tickets. You're able to see that? Total tickets data, you are able to see that? Ramu, Ashok, Ananya, and Ritvik. And in the database, I'm showing in the database. Yeah. Ramu, Ashok, Ananya, Ritvik. So totally 4 tickets I have. These 4 tickets are saved in the database and I was able to treat. Now individual tickets slash 52. Only Ramu ticket. I think what the API I have given. Ticket controller. Ticket slash no ticket. You're able to see 52 and 53. Ashok 54 and 55. So You're able to see retrieve operations. Completely, you're able to see retrieve operations. And we created a ticket, we retrieved all the tickets, we retrieved an individual ticket, guys. Am I right, guys? So if you see here, let me repeat, ticket slash all, you got all the tickets. If you want individual ticket, ticket slash 53, you're able to get the individual ticket. Now this is my application, guys. Do we have a security on this application? No, we don't have any security, guys. Why? Everyone is able to create the data. Everyone is able to retrieve the data. Correct, right? So my application does not have security. Am I right, guys? Yes or no, guys? Will you agree with me, guys? Whatever the application I have shown to you, it does not have any security at all, because it does not have authentication, it does not have authorization, because anyone can create who has the idea about APIs, anyone can retrieve, anyone can see that. Now I want to implement the security. Isn't it, guys? I want to implement the security for this application. Right? Everyone is clear? Now you got the idea of, we already have an application which is running, where we can create the ticket, where we can retrieve the data, where we can create the data. So we have three operations: create a particular data, and retrieve a particular data, retrieve all the data. So these are the three APIs which I am having, guys. Okay. Now let me stop the application. Now how to implement, guys, here? How to implement security? Whatever I'm teaching now, it is common for every programming language, not only Spring. Every programming language, whatever next 10 minutes I'm going to teach, okay? It is common for every programming, right? So something just now I told, right? mail.google.com, banking.hdfc.com, anything, right? By default, when you access any of the URL, what exactly will happen, guys? For example, a user is there. He want to access home page. Correct, right? Home page is what? If it's a Gmail page. If it's a banking, our savings page. Correct, right? So whenever you want to have a login, whenever you want to access your application, you want to display a home page, what exactly our code, assuming that I am writing a security logic. Assuming that I am writing a security logic, right? When you want to navigate to home page, it will not give directly home page. For example, in my case, I want to access all the tickets. It should not give me all tickets page. I want to create a ticket. It should not give me a create ticket page. What it should do? It will prompt to a login page. Correct, right? Whenever you are accessing anything, mail.google.com, what happens, guys? It will show you Gmail page. Yes or no, guys? Yes or no? Can we see that, guys? So let me. Okay. Mail dot. I think there is a cookie here. Yeah. You saw here? I typed mail.google.com. It is prompting me a login page. You're able to see that, guys? You're able to see that, right, guys? So in the similar way, what is my implementation is, whenever I'm accessing home page, it should redirect it to login page, where in the login page, customer will enter username and customer will enter password. Correct, right? In the login page, customer is going to enter username, customer is going to enter password. And security module should verify that. Is that username? is that password is correct or wrong. Correct, right? It will go to database or whatever is your logic. And finally, if username and password is correct and the specific user has access to home page, both authentication as well as authorization, right? Both authentication as well as authorization, right? Then only it will redirect it to home page. Otherwise, it will redirect it to error page. So that is the functionality of security module. Understand, guys, here? Functionality of security module. What exactly the functionality of a security module here? Okay. So our security module is what? Authentication and authorization. Correct, right? One second. So authentication, authorization. So this is what our implementation of a security. Authentication means verifying the username and password. Authorization is verifying the access level. Now, for example, this application is I already created, sir. Okay, this application I already created, sir. Now I want to implement a security here. Okay, what I need to do, guys? What all the task I need to do here? Tasks need to implement for achieving security to our existing application. What are the tasks we need to do that, guys? Currently, I already have an application. Now I want to implement security. What are the things we need to write? Need to create security filter. These are technical details, guys. Security filter. What is a security filter, guys? Security filter. What is the meaning of security filter? Sir, in IT world, out of my 18 years of experience, I learned one thing, guys. I want to share you that secret. Okay? Any word you see in IT world, definitely there should be a day-to-day activity with that word. You should correlate that word, and whatever you are using in day-to-day world, the similar functionality will be there in IT world. Hey, what is this, Vijay? Security filter. What is the meaning? Every day morning, our mother uses tea filter, right? Tea filter is everyone will use, right? What is the functionality of tea filter? It will separate the tea from the decoction or wastage. I don't know what word we can call that sugar and tea powder mix, right? I need to extract the tea from the wastage. Correct, right? That is a tea filter which is going to useful for me. Okay. Here also security filter, which I'm going to have security filter. What is the meaning of security filter over here? My application, all people will come to me. Both both are having valid access level people, invalid people. I want to separate them. I will only allow for valid people. I will reject invalid people. Correct, right? Do you agree with that? Is it syncing with the same concept T filter? Am I right, guys? So, for example, Security filter, what it should does actually, it should prompt, it should redirect to login page when you try to access, create ticket, am I right? Retrieve all tickets, retrieve individual tickets. Am I right, guys? Security filter, what it does here, whether you want to create a ticket, whether you want to retrieve all the tickets, whether you want to retrieve individual ticket, right? It should redirect it to login page. That's the first functionality of security filter. It should separate it, right? After that, validate the username and password. Validate the username and password. That's the second activity. Next, validate the access levels. These are the three functionalities of a security filter you should have. It should redirect it to login page for the first time. But you will not ask login page, guys. You will ask create ticket page only. You will ask all tickets page only. You will ask individual ticket page only, guys. But when you are asking, our security filter should redirect it to login page. In the login page, you will enter username, you will enter password, and you need to verify the access level. After that, redirect it to if security is success. That means authentication is success, authorization is success. If both authentication and authorization success, redirect it to requested page. Redirect to requested page. Redirect to requested page. Else, redirect it to login page. Redirect to login page with error. Redirect to login page with error. So this is the sort of code you need to write here. Let me repeat, guys. We need to create a security filter. What it should do here, any customer want to create a ticket, any customer want to look for all tickets, any customer want to retrieve an individual ticket, any of these operations, it should redirect it to login page. In the login page, you will verify the username, you will verify the password, and you will verify whether access level, can he access create ticket, can he access all tickets, can he access individual tickets. That's it. If both are good, then the requested page will come. If not good, error page should come. Will you agree with my logic, guys? Yes or no, guys? Right. Now, to this application, I want to implement security. Okay? Why Spring Boot is very famous? You should know with this concept, guys. Why Spring Boot is very famous? Okay? You should know this concept, guys, here. Am I right? So, by default, if I want to implement in other programming language, guys, if you want to implement in other programming language apart from Spring Boot, what we need to do here? Need to create login page. Correct, right? Need to create security filter. Need to develop code for authentication logic and authorization logic. All these things we need to do, right? First, we need to create login page. We need to create a filter, right? it should redirect to login page. Again, we need to write authentication logic. Again, we need to write authorization logic to implement security to our application. So definitely it's going to be 5 to 6 hours of task. If I want to implement security, minimum it looks for 5 to 6 hours of task here. Okay. So if you want to create a login page or whatever it may be, so we need to develop a code for authentication and authorization and implementing security, right? Sir, in Spring Boot, I can do in 1 minute, guys. Everything is done by the framework, guys. Whatever the logic I told, right? Creation of security filter, authentication logic, authorization logic, redirecting to the requested page, redirecting to the error page, all these things, right, guys? Okay. So we can do in 1 minute, guys, here. Now you copy paste, I copy paste the same code, guys. I'm copy pasting the same code here. I'm renaming to security. I'm renaming to security. Okay. I'm renaming to security here. Now, this application is a normal application. This application is a security application. Right? Sir, what I'm telling, why today's Spring Boot is very, very popular, why it is having high demand. Everything is automated, guys. You should write very normal, small code, guys. Now I'm showing you. Till now, I shown an application. With this application, I was able to create a ticket. I was able to retrieve all the tickets. I was able to retrieve an individual ticket. Am I right, guys? It does not ask me any security at all. Now I want to implement security. 1 minute, guys, I can implement. Everything is automated. What I need to do here, I need to go to XML. Okay. Let me increase the font size so that it will be useful. Right. You're able to see that, right? What I want to do is I want to add a dependency, which is Spring Boot Starter Security. Just I'm adding this entry, guys. What I'm doing, sir, to this existing application, I'm adding Spring Boot Starter Security. That's it, guys. I'm saving this. What I did, sir? To the same project, I added Spring Boot Starter Security. That's it, guys. Now I will run my application, guys. Over. 1 minute is over. I'm running my application, guys. Okay, it's not Maven is cleaned up. Maven update. Just like it should update the dependencies. Couple of seconds it's going to take. Done. Right. Now I will run. So I was able to run this. Now I will ask individual ticket, guys. Tickets slash all, right. What is saying, sir? Unauthorized. I will access in the browser. I'll show you in the browser, guys. Okay. It related to login page, guys. Did I create a login page? No, I didn't create a login page. Sir, please remember, guys, what I am asking, sir. What I am asking? Localhost tickets slash all. I am asking this information. What I am asking, guys? Localhost 8080 tickets slash all. I want to access all the tickets. I am accessing this. Sir, it automatically redirects to login page, right, sir? Sir, I didn't create any login page, sir. I have not created any login page. Automatically it redirected to login page. So the first task is over. This login page is done by the framework. Security framework has created this login page. Right? I need to enter username and password. I don't know the username and password. For example, I click on sign in. It's asking me username you should fill up. I'll enter Vijay. It's asking me fill up. Vijay is the password. I click on sign in. It's verifying bad credentials. It's verifying also. Security is implemented, right, guys? Here, I am accessing my home page. What is my home page here? All tickets is my home page. I enter any wrong details. For example, I'm asking Sandhya. Bad credentials. So if I don't know username and password, I cannot see all the tickets. Security is implemented, right? Without writing single line of code. I only wrote in pom.xml, I added a security dependency. That's it. Now, how to log in? Default implementation of security is username is user. Default implementation. Username is user. Password is in the console. Using generated security password. You're able to see that? This is the password. Right? Username is user. Password is this. Now I click on sign in. You're able to see all the data. Ramu, Ashok, Ananya. 4 tickets we have, right, guys? Just now I created 4 tickets, right? I'm able to see all the data, guys. Now I'll go to individual ticket, guys. I'll go to incognito window because it's already authenticated, right? Tickets slash 52. Individual, right? Sir, I'm asking individual ticket. Again, it went to login page, right? Username is user. Password is generated. Sir, it redirected to individual ticket now. Username is user. This is generated password. You're able to see that? Security knows this guy want to access 52 ticket. It will keep that information in the memory. And it will prompt the login page. And if username password is success, it knows, oh, this guy is looking for 52 data. Now let me give. It's a very, very, very surprise, guys. Everyone is surprised, right, guys? As per my knowledge, there is no framework in IT industry which we will implement security in the simple way. Very, very simple way. We can implement security. Right? Am I right, guys? In a simpler way, we can implement security. Very, very simple. I added a just dependency. So everyone is clear, right, guys? One basic example. Everyone is clear, right? Yeah. Right. So some of the question, guys. Okay. Now, yes, yes. Abdul, yes, we are going to write a code on web security configure adapter. We are going to write a code. Karthik, we are going to write a code on control access. Okay? Yep. Fine. So JWT is advanced level. We are going to see that. So security itself is a topic, sir. It's a 20 days course. It's a 20 days course. Everything cannot come in one class, right? We'll go step by step. Okay? We'll go step by step. JWT is advanced actually. Yep. Right. Now, next point is, sir, okay, sir, security is there. I got it. I was good, right? But sir, I don't like this username is user and getting the password from the application. I don't like this approach. Am I right, guys? I don't like this approach. I want my own username. I want my own password. I don't want to go to username as user. I don't want to take the password from the console like that. I don't like that approach. Correct, right? It's good, right? Everyone knows, right? Username is user, password is generated in the console. So I don't like that common approach. So the default approach as part of Spring Boot is username is user. So as I mentioned, right, as part of our agenda, basic security implementation. This is basic security implementation. So as part of this implementation, username is user, password generated, right? This is a default security implementation. But I want custom, guys. Custom means what? What is the meaning of custom? Our own username and our own password. This is what I need. I don't want username as our own user and password is generated in the console. I want our own username. I want our own password. That is also very simple, guys. That is also very simple. What you need to go to here, you need to go to a configuration file. Sir, application.properties is a configuration file, guys. It's a configuration file where I need to write spring.security.user.name is equal to username Ashok IT. Spring.security.user.password is equal to Ashok IT. Sir, I added two entries, guys, here. Implementation of custom security. Right? What I did, sir? I am telling Spring Framework, take Ashok IT as a username. I am telling my security framework, Spring Security Framework, take Ashok IT as password. Okay? Now I am running this application. That's it, guys. Over, guys. I'm running my application. Now you saw, guys, this time no password is generated. You saw here. Previously I saw the password, right? Now there is no password is generated over here because I told framework to take care of this. Now I will test the same API, guys. Okay. I am going to test the same API. Now localhost /all. It is prompting a login page. Is it prompting a login page, guys? Now if I type user and user, it will not work, guys. It's not going to work, guys. If I take Ashok IT as a username, Ashok IT as a password, then only it provided the data. You saw that, guys? If I give Ashok IT as a username, Ashok IT as a password, then only I can showcase the data. Now let me go to individual ticket also, guys. Tickets slash 53. Again, it is prompting login page. Ashok IT. Ashok IT. Now you saw that, guys. So we implemented security with 1 minute. That is how framework is providing everything. Maximum things are automated, sir. I didn't create a login page at all. Did I create a login page, guys? Did I create a login page? Did I create a security filter which is redirecting to login page? And did I write a code to validate the username and password? Did I write a code to access levels? And did I write a code to redirect it to requested page once authentication is success and authorization is success, and redirect to error page once any failure is there here? Did I write any code here? Sir, did I write any code? No. I didn't create a login page. I didn't wrote a code to redirect it to the login page. I didn't write a code to check username and password is correct or wrong. I didn't write a code to verify access levels. I didn't write a code to redirect it to the requested page or redirect it to error page. All these things I didn't write a code. Everything is written by the framework. Correct, right? Sunday. Today is Sunday, right? Everyone want non-veg. What is the case here? We need to go to a non-veg shop. We need to buy the chicken or mutton, standing in a big queue, and we need to come to home, and we need to prepare vegetables and masala and everything, and we need to spend 1 to 2 hours, and then we don't know whether good, delicious non-veg will come or not. We don't know. Hey, who will do, man? Take smartphone, Swiggy, Zomato, okay? I will order chicken biryani or mutton biryani from the famous hotel. I trust them. They will prepare very, very good. Correct? And it will come to my doorstep. Everything is implemented. I don't need to do. Just like use Swiggy or Zomato, order it. 95%, 90% of the people. Previously, Swiggy and Zomato only the people who are not married, because they don't prepare food and okay, right? Nowadays, everyone, just for fun, guys, we need to add fun to our class just for that, okay? Similarly, IT also went like that. Developer doesn't have a lot of patience nowadays, right? Everything they want from framework only. That's why Spring Boot is created. Okay, guys, so far everyone is clear? Just I wrote a sample case of basic security implementation as well as custom security implementation, right? So far, if any questions are there, yeah, Mr. Pratik told that he is a pure vegetarian. Okay, sir, if you are a pure vegetarian, paneer biryani, you need to prepare just like Pratik, okay? Right, just for fun, guys, please don't take it, okay? Right. Now, what we need to do here, next case, I want to go to in-memory security. Okay, guys, it's just I want to go to in-memory security. Now I prepared biryani. I ordered biryani, guys. Along with biryani, what we need to have, sir? Some extra things also we need, right? Don't go to other area, guys. Extra things means Coke or Thumbs Up or Sprite or Maza, some soft drink. then only we can have a good lunch, right? Here also, I don't want default. I want custom. I want my own security, extra flavor. I want, correct, right? Something like pizza, right? Basic pizza will be there and customized pizza will be there. They will add some cheese, they will add some toppings, and they will prepare pizza based on our requirement. Correct, right? They'll tell the chef, pizza should be this much, 1 mm on top of that, and add carrot and some more. I mean, I don't know the toppings. I mean, something like they will add some extra toppings and they'll prepare and they'll give it. In the similar way, Spring Boot basically giving basic security, custom security, guys. Spring Boot is basically giving basic security as well as custom security. Okay. Now, I want to implement next level of security, that is in-memory security. I'll teach you what is in-memory security, but what is the purpose here? What is the purpose here? Okay. So the first two securities are, okay, the first two are only authentication, guys. Here. The first two are only authentication. Only authentication, guys. No authorization. Only authentication and no authorization at all. Only authentication and there is no authorization at all. Correct, right? Because if I log in with Ashok IT, Ashok IT is a username, Ashok IT is the password. If I log in with Ashok IT, I can create a ticket, I can update a ticket, I can delete a ticket, I can retrieve a ticket, everything. Yeah, right? With respect to only authentication is concerned, okay? Only authentication is concerned. Wait, 1 second, guys, 1 second, 1 second. Yeah. So, where as part of basic security and custom security, only authentication, guys, no authorization. Because I have only one user. I can create only one user, guys. I cannot create more than one user at all. Okay? I can create only one user and only authentication and no authorization. Just like I want to create two users. One user can create the data, another user can retrieve the data. Something like that. If I want to implement it, is not possible. Right? Understand, right? So that is why we want to go to next level, guys. That is in-memory security. That is the next level where we are going to cover. Okay. What is next level, guys? Next level of security includes both authentication as well as authorization. So I want to add a next level of security, which is equal to both authentication and authorization. Means what we need to do, guys? Okay. We can create two users, guys. We need to create two users. One is some username, guys. Ashok IT admin is the username. Ashok IT admin is the password. Let me assign to admin role. This guy belongs to admin role, guys. Okay. Ashok IT guest. Ashok IT guest. He belonging to guest role. So what I want to say, you can create a lot of users, but as part of our scenario is concerned, I want to create 2 users, guys. Ashok IT admin. Username is Ashok IT admin. Password is Ashok IT admin. His role is admin role. Any role name, sir. You can take any role. Username is your choice. Password is your choice. Role name is your choice. So I want to create 2 users. Ashok IT admin is the user one, and Ashok IT admin is the password belonging to admin role. Ashok IT guest is the another username. Ashok IT guest is the password. He belonging to guest role. Isn't it, guys? Isn't it, guys? Right. This is what? Authentication. Okay, maybe I can take this as authentication. Okay. So this is my authentication. Next is authorization. What is my rules? Someone asked me how to write authorization in the question. In the chat window, I saw someone asked me how to implement authorization. That I am going to teach now. That I am writing a code now. What I need is, what is my authorization rule is, admin role can access all tickets and individual tickets. Admin role can access all tickets and individual tickets. Both the APIs are right. There are 2 APIs, right, guys? All tickets is one API, individual ticket is another API. So we want to access all tickets as well as individual tickets. If admin role logs in, means if I log in with Ashok IT admin and Ashok IT admin, then I am admin role. I can access all tickets. I can access individual tickets. After that, one more rule. Guest role can access only individual ticket. Guest role. If you log in with Ashok IT guest, you can only access individual ticket. All tickets you cannot access because he's a guest. You are not admin. Understand, right? So this is what I want to implement. This is next level of security. Understand, guys? So far clear what I am going to write here? Sir, same application, sir. So the same application, next level of security means I'm implementing authentication as well as I'm implementing authorization. Because the basic security does not provide this, only authentication. If I log in with Ashok IT, I can access everything. But the next level is authentication as well as authorization. So if I log in with Ashok IT admin and Ashok IT admin, then he is a admin role. If I log in with Ashok IT guest and Ashok IT guest, he is a guest role. Okay. And admin role can access all tickets and guest role can access individual tickets. Right? Now, can we write a code for this, guys? Yeah. I'm going to write a code here, guys. Yes. Right. Mr. Harish is asking question. Where can I find the default username user? That is the default. It is exists in the code, guys. In the Spring Boot implementation code, you will see. Okay. Abdul, I'm going to explain high level steps. I'm going to write a code here. Okay. I'm going to write a code over here. Okay. Right here. So most of the questions I have seen, guys, in the chat window, but I'm going to write a code over here. Now I'm going to stop this application. I will write a new application. ADV security, advanced security. Can I say like that? ADV security? Some advanced security I'm going to write here. Okay. So I'm going to stop this guy. I don't want these guys, right, guys? I don't want Ashok IT. I want to comment this. I don't want this, right? So I need to write a code over here. Okay. So it is the theory, guys. But I want to, if I theory right, I will write a code at the same time. I will explain theory so that you should not feel bored also. Okay. Some of the predefined interfaces are given by the Spring Boot. Okay. And we need to use the predefined interfaces. Let me write a code over here, guys. A new class dot config, because my own configuration, security config. I'm taking care here. I'm going to write here security config, where I'm going to write a code over here, guys. So what exactly meaning of a security config? Typically, what exactly meaning of a security config is, in this Java program, we will write our authentication logic and authorization logic. We are going to write our authentication logic as well as authorization logic. We are going to write here. Okay. So what I am going to do here in the authentication as well as authorization logic, what exactly I am going to do here is, typically we are going to write some annotation at the rate of configuration. Because I'm writing a configuration, guys, here. So I'm telling the framework that this is a configuration. I'm telling that I'm writing a configuration. Spring framework consider this as a configuration. And enable web security. This is the next annotation I'm going to write, sir. Enable web security means we want to write our own security filter. We want to write our own security filter. Okay. With our logic. With our logic. What is the default logic, guys? Default security filter logic. Default security filter logic. Username is either user or generated password or Ashok IT by Ashok IT. That's the default security. No authorization. That's the default security filter. What is the default security filter in Spring Boot? Default security filter is web security configure adapter. It's an interview question, guys. What is the default security filter in Spring Boot? That is web security configure adapter. That's the default security logic over here, guys. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do here, enable web security. We can create our own filter with our own authentication objects and our own authorization objects. Enable web security. What it does here, which is going to create our own filter with our own authentication object and our own authorization object here. That is the meaning of enable web security. Okay. Sir, there is a lot of depth is there in this topic actually. There is a lot of depth here. Okay. There is a lot of depth on this particular topic, guys. Okay. Our own authentication, our own authorization logic here. Enable web security. Okay. And we are going to write first is authentication logic. After that, authorization logic. We have authentication logic as well as authorization logic here. Okay. So what is authentication logic here, guys? Authentication logic is need to create two users. Need to create two users. What are the two users? Ashok IT admin, Ashok IT admin belonging to admin role. Ashok IT guest, Ashok IT guest belonging to guest role. These are the two things which I am going to write here. Okay, right here. Now, how to write this logic, guys? I am going to write a code over here, guys. Okay. So, at the rate of bean, I am creating my own string bean, public user details service. What is user details service? Is framework authentication object. Framework authentication object. So what exactly that means, sir? If I don't write any logic, user details object will have username either user or string.security.username. This is the authentication object which is set by the framework. For example, I'm creating my own logic. Then user will be overwritten. So user details service. There's a framework object here, which is user details service, where password encoder. I will explain this password encoder, guys. I'm going to explain this little bit while I'm going to explain this. Okay. Now here we need to create Ashok IT admin and Ashok IT admin. First we need to create it. Okay. So user details object, which is admin user, is equal to, just I want to create admin user, is equal to user dot with username is equal to Ashok IT admin. dot password is equal to Ashok IT admin is the password dot roles is equal to admin role, comma, guest role. I'm giving both the roles here, admin role as well as guest role dot build. So what I'm trying, sir, I want to create a username with Ashok IT admin as a username, Ashok IT admin as a password. I want to add two roles here, admin role as well as guest role. This guy. After that, one more. This is first user. I want to create two Spring Boot. Next one is what? Ashok IT guest as well as Ashok IT guest. Okay. So here, guest user, Ashok IT guest, Ashok IT guest. This guy is only guest role, not admin role. This guy is only guest role. Okay. So this sort of code will tell you to write a user in the framework. This is the code. Okay. User details is the object, authentication object. User is a builder, a builder pattern, which we'll discuss. It's a lot of things are there to discuss, but I don't want to go in depth on that actually. It's a lot of things are there in this actually. Okay. Yep. Now, what I want to do along with this, what I want to do, give me 1 second, guys. 1 second, please. 1 second. Yeah, fine. So after that, what I need to do here, I want to return new in memory because I want to save this in memory of admin user, comma, just user. So what exactly it is going to do that? Please create these two users in the memory, Tomcat memory. No database, only in the memory I want to create it. So that is what in-memory details manager, in-memory user details manager is going to create them, these two users in the memory. At what time it will be created? At runtime. These users and roles will be created at runtime. Okay. But here, framework does not take plain password, guys. Framework does not take a plain password. Password should be encrypted. You cannot take plain password, guys. It will not work actually. So what I need to do here, I need to have a logic to encode it at the rate of being public password encoder. This is the customized class for encoding the password. This is a customized code for encoding the password here, where I am writing password encoder. Okay. Return new bcrypt password encoder, where bcrypt password encoder is base 64 encoder. Base 64 encoder. So it is going to convert the password into base 64 format. There is a base 64 format, guys. It will take minimum 20 to 30 minutes to teach that. So we will cover in the next workshop what is base64, what is SHA-256, what is RSA, what is FIPS, what is HS-256. These are different algorithms are there, which we are going to decode the username, decode the password. So what I need to do here, I am telling to decode my password with the base64 things. So what I'm going to write here, I cannot take a plain password over here, where I'm going to use encoder dot encode. I'm telling to encoder dot encode. Ashok IT admin. So that at runtime, it is going to encode the password. Only password is encoded, sir. Username is not required. It will encode the password and it is going to take care of that action. So I'm going to create two users, admin as well as guest. And admin is belonging to admin role and guest role, and guest is belonging to guest role. So this is my creating of authentication logic. This is only authentication logic, guys. Next one is what? Authorization logic here. What is that actually? What is authorization logic here? What I want to implement, guys? What I want to implement in authorization? Admin role can access all tickets and individual ticket. Guest role can access only individual ticket. That's it. Admin role can access all tickets, individual ticket. Guest role can access only individual ticket, guys. This is what I want to write. Okay, this is what my requirement, right, guys? So here I am going to write authorization logic here. Little bit of complex logic, but I'll explain this. At the rate of bean public security filter chain. Security filter chain. Okay. My method name is security filter chain, which is equal to HTTP security object. HTTP security is authorization object, guys. HTTP security object is authorization object. Authorization object. Okay. Now I want to write rule 1. Admin role access all tickets as well as individual tickets. Rule 2. Guest role can access individual tickets here. Let me remove. This is my requirement. Admin role can access all tickets. Guest role can access individual ticket here. Right? So I'm going to write, sir, every version of Spring Boot, this code is getting changed, guys. In every version of Spring Boot, whatever the code I'm writing, this is changed. Whatever I'm writing code is a new version of Spring Boot, guys. It's a new version of Spring Boot. Okay. Auth object dot authorize HTTP request. Not sir. Authorize HTTP request. I want to authorize HTTP request here. Where how many requests I am going to have? 2 requests, guys, here. Okay. One request is Java 8. I'm going to use request dot request matchers. Request dot request matchers, where new and match aren't path request matcher. Aren't path request matcher, where what is my URL for all tickets, guys? What is my URL for all tickets? Slash tickets slash all slash star star. So what is my URL, guys, here? Is a URL with tickets slash all. Am I right, guys? Tickets slash all. If the URL is matching here, tickets slash all, okay, then what I want to do here, it should have a role of has any role, admin role. Only admin role can access. Okay, it has a role of admin role. I'm having an admin role here. After that, dot authorize one more rule, right? Authorize HTTP request. One more rule, right, guys? I want one more rule. Which is request of, okay, maybe I'll keep down here. One more rule, which is, what is individual ticket, guys? Tickets slash, I wrote a code, right, guys? Tickets slash a dynamic value. Tickets slash a dynamic value, right, guys? Okay. So let me go to my controller. Because I have a dynamic value, right? I need to append a code slash ticket slash. I want to append a code slash ticket slash, because I can have a dynamic code, right? Slash ticket star star, where a guest role, only guest role as well as admin role. Individual ticket, both guest role as well as admin role here. Individual ticket, both guest role as well as admin role here. Okay. After that, both guest role as well as admin role dot any request apart from any other request authenticated using form login. Authenticated, just I want to authenticate these requests here, dot form login, which is customizer dot with defaults dot build. So this is the code I'm going to write here. So I wrote two roles here, guys. I wrote two roles here, guys. A URL is matching with this URL pattern, admin role. A URL is matching with this pattern, both admin role, or else I wrote right, guys, because I wrote already, right? No need of admin role, because I gave a role, right? Ashok IT admin belonging to guest role also, right? So that's why no need right here. Admin role can access this API. Guest role can access this API. I'm just writing my rules here. Okay. This is my authorization logic here. Let me repeat, guys, what I wrote here. Little bit of Java 8 knowledge is required, guys. It's Spring Boot 3.2, 3.3.4, something like that, where you need to authorize HTTP request. If a request is of this pattern, should have admin role, or if a request is of this pattern, should be guest role. And Apart from that, any other request, it should be authenticated. No need of only two roles only I wrote here. And you should use form login. Form login is going to create a login page with a default login customization. So this is what I'm going to build this here. Right here. So this is where I wrote an authentication code as well as I wrote an authorization code here. That's it. Now I'm running my application, guys, here. I'm running my application, guys. Right. My application is up. Now let me go back to my code. So this is my URL, guys. So this is my URL for all tickets. It's prompting a login page, right? Ashok IT admin. Ashok IT admin. You're able to see all the tickets, guys? You're able to see all the tickets, right? Now, if I try with guest role, Ashok IT guest, Ashok IT guest. Forbidden error, you saw that? You don't have access. Forbidden means what? You don't have access. Only admin role only can access. Guest role cannot access. You saw, guys, forbidden error. Forbidden means what? Authorization error. That's the meaning of forbidden. Okay? Sir, you understood, right, sir? Let me show you again, sir. This is a API I am using for all ticket guys here. Okay? Ashok IT guest. This is my username. Ashok guest. You saw forbidden. You don't have access. You don't have access here. Okay? Now, can I access individual ticket, right, guys? I can access individual ticket, right? So let me go to individual ticket. Tickets slash 52. I add a keyword here. Now, Ashok IT guest. You can access, right? Ashok IT guest. You got the data, right, guys? If you give 53, you got the data. If you give 54, you got the data. Right? Now, same data admin also can access, right? I'll show you one more example. Admin also can access, right? Ashok IT admin. He can access, admin can access both tickets, individual as well as all. You're able to see that, guys? But whereas, if at all, if you want to access all tickets slash all, guest cannot access it. Ashok IT guest. You saw here, forbidden. You don't have access. This is the second level of security. This is what? Second level of security. Where what we have done, sir? We achieved authentication as well as authorization. Both the things we achieved here. Authentication is Ashok IT admin by Ashok IT admin. One user belonging to admin role. Ashok IT guest by Ashok IT guest belonging to guest role. And our rules are admin role can access all tickets and individual tickets. Guest role can access only individual tickets. This is what I have achieved here. But these users are sitting in the memory, in the Tomcat memory. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll take one more workshop, guys. How to implement dynamic security. I was not able to cover here. Somehow I tried my level best to cover, but it is not happening here. I will take one more workshop where I will cover dynamic security, where we'll keep our users and roles in the database. And also we will implement JWT. Next level is JWT. And next level is OAuth. These are the different of security levels. Correct, right? So this is what I have for today. Just like I want to reiterate, guys, what I discussed so far. What is a security means? It is a design in providing authorized access to our application by implement authentication and authorization. And authentication is verifying the username and verifying the password. Authorization is verifying the access levels. Okay. So as part of security is concerned, you no need to write heavy code. If you write Spring Boot starter security, basic security will be available. As part of basic security is concerned, username is user, password is generated in the console. Whereas custom security, username is we can create our own username, we can create our own password. In memory security, we created our own filter and we added a logic here. So this is what I covered as part of this workshop, guys. Okay. I'm sure this workshop will help you guys. Okay. Okay. Let me take the questions, guys. Yes, Rupesh Yadav, we can change username and password according to our use. Why are we giving user details, sir? It's very, very good question. Vishal Agarwal. Sir, if I want to create our own data, more than one user, then user detail service is what we need to use. User detail service is given by the framework, which will create username and password in the memory. Okay. Yeah. In interview, we'll ask the code. Yes, interview code will be asked, guys. You need to write a code. If I'm the interviewer, I'll ask them to write a code. I will ask why this you use like this. Yes, you need to have a clear code. What exactly each and every class does, you need to have an idea. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Pratik, I'm going to cover in the next workshop with a dynamic security with DB. Okay. Yep. So we are going to provide a link, GitHub link, and we'll share to everyone, guys. Okay. Yep. Yep. Okay, sir. Fine. So we'll keep you updated, sir. When is my next session? I'll keep you updated, sir. As of now, I don't have a clarity. I'll work with Mr. Ashok and I'll keep you updated in that. Okay. How to pass authentication in Spring Boot? I shown just now, Praveen, right? Just now I shown authentication in Spring Boot. I created authentication, username and password. Just now I created, right? Praveen Jadhav. I just now shown how to set up authentication object in Spring Boot. Okay. Yep. Fine, guys. Sir, some of the questions I cannot, how to keep experience gap, all those things I cannot answer right now, sir. I can answer technically. Those questions I cannot answer. Okay. Right, guys. When users are created in the memory database, where exactly stored in the memory, sir? In the Swami, in the Tomcat memory, we don't have a location. We don't need actually. If you use JConsole, you'll come to know. Okay. But exact location, we don't care actually, right? Why we need to care here? For example, employee EMP is equal to new employee. Where this employee is created, should I know that? No need to know that, right? Its framework will take care actually. Okay. So I'm going to share the notes and the code to the GitHub and we'll share the GitHub link. Okay. Right. Yeah, Naveen Kumar, yes, every time it will change. You need to, this is what IT world. IT means art. Everyday things will change. You need to upskill yourself daily. I'm having 18 years experience. Today also, I'm upskilling. So in IT world, you need to upskill daily. That's a mandatory. Yeah. Sir, I'm going to share GitHub link, sir. Not now. We are going to share. Okay. Right. Yeah. My Spring Boot will, my Spring Boot batch is started, sir. Someone is asking 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Demos are over. Tomorrow onwards, first class. New Spring Boot batch 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. IST. 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. IST. New Spring Boot batch. It started. Demos are over. Tomorrow onwards, regular classes will start. 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Let me repeat, guys. Sorry, I forgot to update that actually. So a new batch is getting started, guys. New Spring Boot batch from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. IST. Design pattern batch. Mostly next week. Mostly next week. We'll update the dates. Angular or React batch after 2 weeks. These are my upcoming batches. One batch 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. already started. Tomorrow is the first class. Demos are over. Tomorrow is the first class. Design pattern mostly next week it will start. Either Angular or React after 2 weeks it's going to start. Okay. These are my batch schedules as part of upcoming timelines are concerned. Okay. Right. Sure. Fine. Someone is asking my name, Vijay. I already introduced. My name is Vijay Kumar. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Design pattern is microservices design pattern here. Right. Exactly. Fees and everything you'll come to know, sir. In our website, it is available. Everything you'll come to know here. Okay. Thanks, everyone, guys. I hope definitely this workshop helped you some little bit extent. I hope you enjoyed this workshop and you can reach me out. This is my email ID, guys. And you have anything you want to present, if you are looking for any workshop and any other topic, or you want to have any questions, this is my email ID. Always I will reply to your email, guys. Okay. So this is my email ID. I pinged in the day, these things here. Okay. You have any questions or you are looking for any topic on a workshop or any other things, you can send me an email. I'll prioritize and I'll take care. Okay. Thanks everyone for today, guys. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy the Sunday. Thank you all. Have a great day.